Picture this: a world where faith and justice walk hand in hand, where spiritual beliefs inspire social change, and where compassion knows no boundaries. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Welcome to the Heart of Catholicism YouTube channel, the Catholic path to peace, where God's faith changes our lives. Today, we're re-diving deep into a question that has been stirring hearts and minds for generations. Is faith personal or public? This isn't just a philosophical debate. It's a burning issue that touches every aspect of our lives, from the way we vote to how we treat our neighbors. Think about it. Faith shapes our values, our ethics, our very worldview. But can we truly keep it locked away in our hearts, separate from the world around us? Or does it inevitably spill out, coloring how we engage with society, justice, and politics? This question matters now more than ever. Our world is becoming increasingly polarized, with some arguing that religion should stay firmly in the private sphere, while others insist it is impossible and even undesirable to separate our spiritual convictions from public concerns like poverty, human rights, and equality. To truly understand this issue, we need to look back at history. Time and time again, we see faith as a powerful driving force behind major social justice movements. Take Martin Luther King Jr., for example. This Baptist minister didn't just preach from the pulpit. He led the U.S. civil rights movement, grounding his fight for equality in Christian principles of justice and love. And it's not just Christianity. Across religions, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, we find spiritual teachings inspiring reforms that promote compassion, fairness, and human dignity. The Catholic worker movement, liberation theology in Latin America, these are just a few examples of faith motivating people to stand up for the poor and oppressed. But not everyone sees this intertwining of faith and justice as a good thing. There's a strong argument for keeping them separate. Those on this side of the debate say religion is a private matter that shouldn't dictate public policies. They worry that mixing faith with politics can lead to conflict, exclusion, or even oppression if one religious perspective dominates civic life. From a secular viewpoint, justice should be based on universal principles like human rights, fairness, and equality, not on religious beliefs that can vary widely across cultures. This perspective emphasizes neutrality, ensuring that all citizens, regardless of their faith or lack thereof, are treated equally under the law. On the flip side, many argue that faith provides a moral compass that naturally leads to social action. For believers, justice, compassion, and care for the marginalized aren't just nice ideas, they're spiritual obligations. Think about all the charitable organizations, hospitals, schools, and community services throughout history that were founded by people of faith. These advocates say that activism rooted in belief often reflects shared human values like dignity, equality, and love for one's neighbor. For them, trying to separate faith from justice denies the powerful role religion plays in motivating people to address social problems. So where does this leave us in the modern world? Today, faith-based organizations are still highly active in addressing global challenges. Churches, mosques, synagogues, and temples run food banks, shelters, refugee aid programs, and even climate change initiatives. These efforts show how faith communities directly impact social issues, but it's not without controversy. Critics question whether religious involvement sometimes blurs the line between charity and politics. They worry about the risk of excluding those who don't share the faith. Supporters, however, argue that such involvement demonstrates the relevance of spiritual values in solving real-world problems. This tension continues to shape contemporary debates, and it's incredibly relevant for our divided societies today. Faith communities often provide platforms for dialogue, helping to bridge ideological divides. They can unite people across political and cultural lines through shared values of service, compassion, and dignity. At the same time, these communities face the challenge of remaining inclusive while staying true to their spiritual convictions. Their influence in shaping public conversations about justice, inequality, and peace shows that this debate isn't just theoretical, it directly affects how our societies function. So, where do we land on this complex issue? Both perspectives have weight. Keeping faith private ensures neutrality and protects against religious domination in civic life. But integrating faith into justice movements provides strong moral motivation and has historically led to significant positive changes. A balanced reflection suggests that faith and social justice aren't mutually exclusive. They can coexist and even enrich each other. Faith can inspire action while secular frameworks safeguard inclusivity. It's not about choosing one or the other, but finding a way for both to work together for the common good. For each of us as individuals, this presents a challenge and opportunity. We need to reflect on our own role in this dynamic. How can we live out values of justice, compassion, and humility in our daily lives, whether we're motivated by faith or not? The call to action is clear. Each of us has a responsibility to promote fairness and care for others. Whether we draw inspiration from religious teachings or secular philosophies, the goal is the same: creating a more just and compassionate world. As we wrap up this exploration, I encourage you to think about your own beliefs and how they shape your actions in the world. Do you see your faith as a personal matter or as a call to public service? How do you balance your spiritual convictions with respect for others who might believe differently? Remember, the path to a more just society isn't about imposing our beliefs on others. It's about finding common ground, working together across differences, and always striving to uplift the dignity of every human being. Thank you for joining us on this journey of reflection. May we all find ways to bring more light, love, and justice into our world, guided by the best of our faiths and our shared humanity. Until next time, this is the heart of Catholicism, where faith meets action and transforms lives.